Hi. So when it comes to LinkedIn, why do I believe that a messaging strategy is better than a posting strategy? In other words, rather than just posting content, why do I think it's better just to reach out directly to the people you want to speak to? And here's the thing, here's the main reason. If you know your ideal customer, then spend that time getting your message in front of them. Now, when you're posting content, it's seen by your LinkedIn connections. But what percentage of your connections are your ideal customer? There's a lot of colleagues, ex-colleagues, family, friends, recruiters, vendors, people that used to be your ideal customer in your target, in your network, but maybe only 10% of them are the people you want to speak to at the moment. And when you post content and publish articles and put in the comments, and how many see the results of all that work? 10% of your connections? Because LinkedIn doesn't show it to everyone. So that means 10% of the 10% are the ones you want to see it. You've got 2,000 connections. You've just talked to 20 of them. Or have you? Because, even though it's just on someone's feed, did they actually read it? Did they scroll past the first LinkedIn poll asking whether they prefer coffee to tea, or a picture of someone's cat that just successfully passed their Microsoft exams and is now a qualified financial advisor or something? And how long did it take you to write that content? An hour? 2 hours? How many articles will you have to write? Comments have to engage with, posts and videos you have to do in order for someone to reply, I'm interested to find out more, rather than just nice article or cool post or something like that. You've got to be consistent. Maybe you need to do one a week or one every other day. And even if it's, even if once a month, one of those 20 people express an interest, that could be 10, 20, 30 hours of your time. The cost to get that one expression of interest? Well, what do you value your time at? Is it £25 an hour? £100 an hour? To me, the numbers don't add up. The cost of a content strategy is not free. It's possibly £500 per month or even more. Getting one opportunity at that rate, for me, wouldn't make sense. You may be different. Everyone's business is different, but this is what I look at from a content point of view. But turning now to the other way to use LinkedIn, directly messaging people that you want to do business with. When you message someone, the first thing you do is search for your ideal customer using the LinkedIn filters. Sales Navigator provides great filters if you want to include the size of the company, but even the standard version will help. Then you copy-paste a message. Maybe you tailor it, maybe you automate it, but at least you know that 100% of those that get the message will be the right audience. Will they all read the message? No. But they'll get an email saying, you've got a message from John Smith, helping finance directors to save 5% on their utility bills or whatever. So they get to recognize your name and how you can help them. And when they visit linkedin.com, that message will pop up and be visible. It's the first thing that captures your attention, even more than the cats and the bowls and about tea and coffee. And here's the main reason why I prefer a messaging strategy over a pure content one. So let's say you're running a webinar. When you post about it, that's all well and good. You're broadcasting to all your connections, well, a proportion of them. And you're telling everyone at the same time, hey, come to my event, it's going to be amazing. And you know what? Some of them will. But when you send that same link directly to a connection and say, hey, I was looking at your profile and thought this event might be interesting to you. I was wondering if you'd be free next Tuesday. Guess what happens? People will reply and say, thanks for the invite. Not 100% of the people, but good number, 5, 10, 15% of people will. And while not everyone will be able to make it, these replies still give you the chance to engage and start a conversation with someone you may not have spoken to, even though you're connected. And you know that it's going to be someone that fits your ideal client, because that's who you selected to invite in the first place. Of course, this also takes time. Manually copying and pasting a message with a "Dear John" at the start might take 10 seconds. So 100 people might take, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. Could get you 5 to 10 responses over the next day or two. Do that each day and you'll have plenty of conversations started up. Now, I'm not saying this is the most exciting work, and I'm sure you've better things to do than copy and paste each day. But that's when it may be worth using a piece of software to do it, or an agency to run this campaign. I'd be more than happy to chat about that to anyone at any point. But let's summarize. Well, I would never say don't post any content. If you can find your ideal audience on LinkedIn, then you're going to get a better return on your time by directly messaging them. A direct outreach is going to come across as more personal and deliver a higher response than a broadcast to all your connections, many of whom won't see what you post anyway.